Let's move on now to the NFC South. And, man, some explosive offenses in this division, Bucky, but we've got a chance now to either supplement that offense with even more weapons or we go to the defensive side of the ball. Let's start with the Panthers. Fell off big time last year. Cam Newton's coming off of an injury right now. They got the 8th overall pick. What do they do?
We got to build around the quarterback. Cam Newton fell off. He went from being an MVP to really struggling. I want to make sure that we build up the pieces around him. Leonard Fournette is the first piece that I want to get because I want to make sure the Panthers get back to their identity as a tough, physical, blue-collar football team. This is a guy that is a hard hat and lunch pail running back. Physical, aggressive, violent finisher of his runs, has big play potential, and with Jonathan Stewart at 30 years old, you're looking for the next guy that can kind of carry the torch. Leonard Fournette is that guy.
Yeah, and it's weird to say a steal with the 8th pick, but I think this would be a steal for him.
If he falls to him,
turn that card in. Don't waste any time. All right, at pick number 40, how about a guy that we both like and we've talked to? And that's Zay Jones. To me, the wide receiver from East Carolina. He makes a lot of sense for this football team. Give him another weapon in the passing game. Big, physical on the outside, Bucky. We've talked about it, a lot of underneath stuff on tape, but you go to the Senior Bowl, see him get over the top. I think he'd be a great weapon for this football team.
I think he's an improvement over what they had in Ted Ginn. I believe he can run the route tree down the field. He can be the vertical playmaker. With the big guys on the outside, Kelvin Benjamin and Devin Funchess, you need someone that still can stretch the defense and run routes. Zay Jones is a perfect complement to those big.
Watch this. This is called the tease. We're going to talk to Zay Jones a little bit later on in the show.
Ooh, nice tease.
And it's going to be a good one. All right, let's keep things rolling here with the Saints. The 11th overall pick. Takk McKinley, to me, from UCLA, started out in the process. We're talking about maybe him in the late teens, early 20s. I think he's back up here in the mix now. You talk about right around the top 10 because he's so explosive off the edge. And, Bucky, I say it every time with this kid. The effort, man, it just blows you away how hard he plays.
Effort matters as pass rushers. It's not always going to be clean. You're not going to be able to escape some of the clutches of these elite offensive tackles. But if you outwork them, you can get to the quarterback. He has proven that he can do that. The next guy that we're going to pair him with, how about ADOREE Jackson from USC, going with the 32nd pick. ADOREE Jackson is a world-class athlete and a big-time playmaker. He can contribute in a couple different ways. Really could be a three-phase player. Defense, special teams, and offense. As an occasional gadget player, he can help them. Not quite polished as a corner, but he's going to give you contributions immediately. He could be a Pro Bowl punt returner from day one.
Yeah, I like that pick. That's great value there at pick number 32. Let's move on now to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, own the 19th overall pick. Doug Martin, we don't know what's going to go on there. Bucky, you thinking running back?
Thinking absolutely about a big-time running back from Florida State, Dalvin Cook, reuniting him with Jameis Winston. Dalvin Cook, terrific playmaker, 3 1,000-yard seasons at Florida State, 46 touchdowns, explosive running between the tackles, also has the burst and wiggle to take it a distance, catches the ball out the backfield, everything that you're looking for as an RB1 in the National Football League.
Yeah, I like that one as well, reuniting there with his quarterback. All right, pick number 50. Let's get a corner in here. Got some age in that secondary. Let's get Teez Tabor. You can team him up with last year's first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, former teammates in college. Now they're teammates once again in the NFL. Tabor famously ran slow at his pro day, Bucky, an awful time in the 4.7s. I didn't think the speed was a major issue when you studied him on tape. That, though, will drop him down the second round. At pick number 50, I think it makes some sense.
It puts him right in range. To pair him up with his teammate, his former teammate, Vernon Hargreaves, who can hold him a little accountable. They can challenge each other. Both of these guys have alpha personalities. And then the scheme fit. Mike Smith's zone defense is a nice fit for Teez Tabor. A little cover 2, some cover 3. Allow him to play off. Sometimes use his hands. I like that fit.
All right, let's go to the team that just came up just a little short for a Super Bowl last year, the Falcons, at pick number 31. Let's get him an edge rusher, somebody that can complement what they already have there to close out games, something they couldn't do in the Super Bowl. Let's get T.J. Watt, throw him on the opposite side of Vic Beasley. Let these guys go get after quarterbacks.
The thing that the Atlanta Falcons do better than anybody, they really do a great job of having these situational packages where they have pass rushes and different body types on that defense. T.J. Watt can rush off the edge. He can play linebacker. He can do a bunch of different things. That versatility is a huge asset for the Falcons. But they also want to upgrade their offense and their offensive line. How about Taylor Moton?
Yeah, get him in there.
Taylor Moton, Western Michigan, comes in. Physical player, very solid. I like the way he controls it at the point of attack. Look, we can line up and play him outside. I think he can kick down inside and play guard. This Atlanta Falcons team has gotten better because they've added pieces to that offensive line. This is another piece that helps push them over the top and allows them to retain their spot.
Isn't there a song about him, Slow Moton, baby?
Maybe.
No,
maybe.
No, like that's
slow
motion.
Slow Moton.